You know what I see? I see another year about to be wasted. Another 365 days about to be pissed away. You're sitting there with that same feeling in your gut. The one that says, not again. The one that says, this year has to be different. But it won't be. Not unless you do something you've never done before. You think 2026 is just a number? You think it's going to roll around and magically fix your life? You think the calendar gives a single fuck about your dreams? It doesn't. The clock is neutral. It doesn't care if you win or lose. It just ticks. And you're letting it tick you right into a grave full of regret. That feeling you have right now, that tension, that's your soul screaming at you. That's the part of you that knows you're capable of more, calling you a goddamn liar for all the times you said tomorrow. Well, guess what? Tomorrow is here. It's called 2026, and it's time to get honest. The core, the turning point. Most people, they don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they never draw a line in the sand. They drift, year after year, hoping, wishing, talking, but never deciding, never saying, this stops now. A turning point isn't a fireworks show. It's not some big public announcement. It's a quiet, ugly, private moment in the dark. It's you, alone, looking at the mess you've made of your potential, and finally getting sick of your own bullshit. It's the moment you stop defending your bad habits, stop blaming your boss, your family, your childhood, your bad luck, stop making excuses. It's the moment you look in the mirror and say, this is where I am, and this is not where I'm staying. That moment hurts. It should. You should feel regret. You should feel anger. Good. Let it burn. That pain? That's not weakness. That's awareness. Finally kicking down the door. People don't change when life is easy. They change when staying the same becomes more painful than the effort to change. You tired of starting over every January? Good. You tired of breaking promises to yourself? Good. You tired of knowing you're a goddamn ghost of what you could be? That's what we need. That discomfort? That's the signal. That's your call to arms. Declaring 2026, your turning point doesn't mean shit gets perfect. It means you stop negotiating with the weak part of your mind. It means you stop saying someday and you start saying today. You think your mind is your friend? Your undisciplined mind is your enemy. It wants comfort. It wants easy. It wants to scroll, to snack, to snooze, to quit. And if you don't give it a direct order, that's exactly what it'll do. It'll wander. It'll get distracted. It'll lead you right back to the couch. A turning point is you taking command. It's you grabbing your own mind by the throat and saying, we are not doing that anymore. You want different results? You have to change the cause. Right now, your life is the sum total of every cowardly choice, every excuse you accepted, every time you hit snooze on your own soul. You change that, not when you feel ready. Readiness is a fairy tale. You'll never feel ready. You decide, and then you move. Period. A turning point begins the day you stop begging for motivation, and you start building discipline. Motivation is a fickle bitch. She comes and goes. Discipline? Discipline is a soldier. Discipline says, I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I'm scared. The mission gets done. Lives change in the daily grind, in the stacking of one hard decision on top of another. Think about this. If you live 2026 the same way you lived 2025, where will you be? Same doubts, same stress, same unfinished business. That quiet, acid regret eating you from the inside. Now, picture the alternative. Picture December 2026. You look back, and you know you kept your word. To yourself. You know you showed up on the days you wanted to hide. You know you became harder because you refused to fucking quit. That feeling is worth every second of the fight. But it's only available if you decide. Right now. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to the person you were before the world told you to sit down and be quiet. You already know what to do. You just don't do it. That's not a knowledge problem. That's a cowardice problem. And it ends with a decision. On identity, becoming the operator. People waste years trying to change their results without ever changing who they are. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why you're fighting yourself. Life doesn't respond to what you want. Life responds to who you decide to be. The most powerful force in your life isn't your goals, it's your identity. Who do you think you are? If you see yourself as someone who quits when it gets hard, then quitting will feel normal. It'll feel like you.